Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to our Microsoft Marketplace session. We anticipate this will be a smooth ride, so feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy the session. Just wanted to check in. How is everybody doing so far today at Ignite? Day one. And that keynote this morning, pretty awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, really appreciate the time I have to connect with you today on Microsoft Marketplace. Just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Will Curl. I'm the Senior Director of Marketing for Microsoft Marketplace. And I'm joined by my esteemed colleague, Elizabeth Beals, our Senior PMM for Microsoft Marketplace, as well as Max Kaczynski, who is the Strategic Alliances Leader at Parloa. So really excited to be here with you today. We have a packed agenda for you. We, of course, are going to talk about the shift to AI first. What session would we have without that? But in particular, want to talk about the value of Microsoft Marketplace and how that assists with your AI transformation. In addition, we'll have a fireside chat with Max, so looking forward to that later in the afternoon. And then, of course, we'll leave you with some helpful resources to make sure you are set up for success with Microsoft Marketplace. So let's get to it. So a new breed of industry-leading companies is taking shape, what you may have heard us call frontier firms. These organizations are blending human ambition with AI-powered technology to reshape how innovation is scaled, work is orchestrated, and value is created. And by doing so, they're accelerating AI transformation to enrich employee experiences, reinvent customer engagement, reshape business processes, and unlock creativity and innovation. Now, to empower customers in their frontier transformation, we've recently announced the launch of the reimagined Microsoft Marketplace, your trusted source for cloud solutions, AI apps, and agents. This further realizes Marketplace as an extension of the Microsoft Cloud, where we collaborate with our partner ecosystem to bring their solutions to our customers globally. And by offering a comprehensive catalog of cloud solutions across industry verticals, as well as AI apps and agents, Microsoft Marketplace accelerates the path to becoming a frontier firm. Now, this is one of my favorite slides, and if there ever was a vanity metric, I imagine this will likely be the most photographed slide of our session today. So let me take just a couple of minutes to walk you through it left to right here. So with Microsoft Marketplace, we have unified Azure Marketplace and Microsoft AppSource into a single trusted destination to find, try, buy, and deploy all of the cloud solutions, AI apps, and agents that you need to meet your business objectives. In addition to our Marketplace storefront, we are now also syndicating offers into Microsoft first-party products to surface those directly in the flow of work. So for example, as you're in Agent Store within Microsoft 365 Copilot, relevant apps and agents will surface there directly for you to use as part of your work. And we've recently announced that we're federating offers from our catalog into third-party distributor marketplaces, as you see here. It's amazing to see the potential that we've been able to achieve with Microsoft Marketplace and the unique differentiation of having the builder tools, a single destination with Microsoft Marketplace, a portfolio of first-party solutions across Azure, AI Business Solutions, and security, where you can also find AI apps and agents, as well as our third-party ecosystem of distributors, all bringing solutions to you right in the flow of work. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the breadth and depth of partners on Microsoft Marketplace. This ensures that you can find the app, the agent, the tool, the connector, really anything you need, even for the most specific use cases that you have, directly on Microsoft Marketplace. And later in this session, we'll get a chance to highlight some of our Marketplace partners as well. Now, we're already seeing incredible momentum with customers adopting Microsoft Marketplace. Over the last year, we have seen more than a doubling in total sales growth, while Marketplace customers have increased their average spend by 75%. In addition, we're seeing this growth come through for AI solutions as well. So Marketplace really is an amazing customer opportunity. And I'm pleased to share that that Microsoft Marketplace offers the largest catalog of AI apps and agents in the industry, including so many of the leading innovators in this category. Now with that, I'd love to pass the mic over to Elizabeth to talk about the value of Marketplace.
Thanks, Will. I'll grab that from you. Hi, everyone. So I'm here to talk about more of the value of Marketplace now that Will's introduced it to you. We know that organizations are on that path to becoming frontier, and that's requiring AI first. So Marketplace is that connector between you and the partner ecosystem, those that are building and deploying all of those AI apps and agents for every use case. Will told you we have the largest catalog. It's 4,000 plus AI apps and agents strong. We're very proud of that. And it's important for those solutions actually to match your existing Microsoft investments. So that's what we hear from customers time and time again as a huge benefit, is because you're simplifying your deployments, you're decreasing time to value with those things that you're purchasing. When you need to ground your solutions, we have more than 11,000 models to choose from to ensure you get that fast, relevant, accurate context. And then, of course, with Microsoft, you have confidence that these solutions integrate natively with the products you use in the flow of work, like we talked about, Teams and Copilot, just to name two. So Microsoft has been on our AI journey for quite a while now. We're building a platform that unifies workloads, it supports tool flexibility, and offers access to the broadest range of large language models. But it's our partners who are building on that stack. And so, like Will said, Marketplace becomes truly the extension of the Microsoft Cloud. The logos you see here are really just a few that Will also gave you a sneak peek into, but these partners here are actually at Ignite at our booth on the hub floor, so we hope you will come and visit them and check out what they're building. I'll call out here specifically Zamo.ai in that bottom right-hand corner. They are helping organizations deploy agents without using, with their data without using any code to start, and that can be chat, text, you name it. So please come by, stop by the hub. We do have donuts on hand as well. Come say hello to these partners who are building some really cool things. And as orgs transition to becoming frontier, becoming AI first, it's fueling even more cloud adoption. And that means additional infrastructure, increased security needs, right? And we have the most comprehensive catalog then to get what you need even beyond that AI category. What's really key is that you're accessing everything through Microsoft, which is already a business partner who you know and trust. And it's that trust component, again, that's very important to our customers. That's what we hear. They like knowing that Microsoft is trusting and vetting these partners. They have more peace of mind with what they're purchasing. We also recognize that tech buying has gone beyond IT. And so Marketplace is helping keep all of these teams on the same page. We also support a lot of try before you buy scenarios with trials or proof of concepts. And so everything your organization ends up buying through Marketplace is going to be consolidated into a single view so you can see your entire cloud portfolio. Finally, there's a misconception that Marketplace is only horizontal solutions, and that's truly not the case. We have a number of industry-specific offerings, and these are things in healthcare, financial services, manufacturing, and also a lot of business-specific applications. So if you're looking for something in HR or legal or project management, you will find that here. It's actually surprising that it's about 50% of our catalog today. And then with cloud spending as a major line item in any organization's budget, they're always looking for ways to make your dollars go farther. And one of the ways that you do that here at Microsoft is by signing up for what we call a Microsoft Azure consumption commitment, or you'll hear sometimes people say a MAC. And what that does is it commits your organization to a certain dollar amount of cloud spend. Once you hit that threshold, it unlocks discounts on your Azure infrastructure. Microsoft is very unique in that we offer a 100% match on eligible solutions that you buy through the Marketplace, and there's no limit. Today, we already have more than 85% of our customers with commitments buying through Marketplace. And with more than 3,800 eligible solutions to choose from, you'll probably find what you're looking for on that list. I encourage you, if you're interested to learn more here, to attend breakout session 215 tomorrow with my colleague Rajesh. He's going to go much, much deeper on how to optimize cloud spend through Marketplace, and Mac is certainly one of the components there. Now, these commitments have really fueled a lot of our customer demand for Marketplace. You're going to see some of the customers on these slides, but it's software companies like Blue Yonder, all the way to cosmetic icons like Estee Lauder. and they are planning their commitments ahead of time with both their Microsoft and their third-party or their partner spend in mind from day one. I'm going to switch things up a bit and welcome to the stage Max Kaczynski, who is the Strategic Alliances Manager at Parloa. Parloa is a German-based software company, but they have a growing presence here in the US. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about why their customers have been buying through Marketplace, specifically a recent 8-figure deal. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the momentum and what you're seeing. So welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for having us. Thank you.
Awesome. So I guess just start us off by talking about who is Parloa? What do you build for customers?
Yeah, of course. So as you heard, Parloa, originally we're from Germany, but have a quite big presence in the US now as well, with our offices in New York, roughly 400 people globally. And what we do is actually we built an AI agent management platform distinctly focused on customer service and customer interaction use cases. And worthwhile to know, we've actually been around for a while. So our company was founded back in 2018. And we really started out with, let's say, pretty much classical conversational AI, with the mission to get rid of all these nice little phone hotlines that we all know and love, right? Button pressing, shouting words that no one understands. So we've built up a lot of experience over the years in terms of how to use that technology, how to build our own voice infrastructure, how to fine-tune also the speech models. And then a very pivotal moment for us was just the launch of ChatGPT, and we realized, hey, suddenly there's a technology around where this talks like a human, it thinks like a human, and we made a very bold decision back then to say, let's basically start from scratch, rebuild the platform, fully agentic in its core, but leveraging, let's say, our experience that we built in terms of the voice infrastructure, the fine-tuned models, and that's really what we're known for. So really building delightful experiences for our customers, for, let's say, with a big focus on voice as an interaction channel. Yeah.
A lot of companies could use that. One of those was Health Equity, which some of you in the room may know. They're one of the largest providers of health saving accounts. I think they have 10 million different customers. So they were looking to improve their own AI experience, customer experience. They chose Parloa. Tell us a little bit about that deal and what they were kind of looking to solve.
It's actually quite an interesting situation, and some we find with a lot of clients. So out there in the market, I think there's no company that didn't play around with some of the technology to figure out, okay, how can I, let's say, automate these voice-based interactions. So did Health Equity. However, the project that they chose with another vendor, it failed. It didn't deliver on the outcomes they were looking for. And so they actually heard about us through one of our investors, and we got in touch with them. And were able to spin up, let's say, a pilot project very quickly where they could play around with the technology, where they could test out certain things. And I think this gave them a lot of confidence in terms of, hey, this could be the right tech for us. And then what was interesting, we had to find ways how to make this commercially also attractive and valid for them, given that they already invested quite a substantial amount of money in something that didn't work. And so we turned to our partner, Microsoft, for the very reason that we learned the customer had one of these Azure consumption commitments. And we were able basically to shape a deal where we say, look, we're going to do this as a marketplace transaction so that the customer can basically use that commitment, that spend. And also it made us, or gave us the opportunity to unlock some additional benefits through the Marketplace Rewards program, through the Azure Migrate and Modernize program, to sweeten the deal, let's say, a little bit in terms of the services that we were able to offset. So that all in all, let's say, in the partnership with Microsoft made us, let's say, help the client. And I can say as much as it's going well, so they are quite happy with how it's going. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like Mac was one of those things that consumption commitment was important for them. This is not your first Marketplace deal, so why else do you see customers saying we want to put this deal through Marketplace, and how do you really think about that as a partner in terms of future selling opportunities?
So obviously Mac is a big one, but what we've also increasingly saw over the years, and I've been in this industry also a while, is that I think more and more companies are starting to realize, let's say also in terms of optimizing their internal procurement, the procurement costs that they have, that there's a lot of opportunity in order to streamline, let's say, a lot of the software purchases. So what we encounter is once we start speaking to procurement team, to license management, what they are interested in is just, okay, go through the catalog of software that they use and say, hey, how can we basically pool this and make this more easy for us in terms of the licensing, in terms of the commercial model. So that's something where we increasingly see interest from companies, especially big corporates that are really the targets that we are working with, to really streamline the procurement process and make this easier for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of companies start with Marketplace. They look at their existing cloud spend. They go ahead and see what's available on Marketplace, what is Azure benefit eligible or counting towards your commitment, cross-check that list, and then say how can we start bringing those transactions through Marketplace to get that consolidated view of your portfolio. I did want to ask if there are partners in the room today. Do you have any tips or recommendations for folks who are thinking about actually selling through Marketplace, not just buying?
Yeah, I mean, my advice would be definitely talk to your Microsoft counterpart early. We realize that often we, let's say, got together too late in a sales cycle where customers already basically made up their mind how they're going to buy it. We had the agreement sorted out and everything. I think the earlier you can bring that to the table, the easier. And also in our case, I mean, we're dealing a lot with line of business, not IT. And a lot of these contracts, especially the Mac contracts, sit with IT economic buyers. So, and they don't know about it, right? So the line of business has no clue like what options there are. So it's also that coaching element in terms of telling them, hey, these are commercially viable options that you have. And that would be advice also to the partners in the room. Bring it up early in the conversation because that buys you time, right, to figure it out, to use some of the programs I mentioned, to come up with a commercially attractive offer that also delivers a strong business case. So that would be my advice.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Max. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
And Parloa is here. Yes, round of applause. Parloa is here with us on the hub floor, so please come check them out as well and get a chance to say hello. So I'm going to conclude with a little bit more on the Marketplace value. First, we're proud to say that Marketplace is one integrated experience all the way from finding that solution to when you deploy it. And this is something that Will talked a little bit about earlier, but it's in the storefront. It's also in the product. And so what does that look like? Marketplace is surfaced in the Microsoft products that a lot of your employees or your colleagues use every single day. So it's finding agents in Microsoft 365 Copilot or apps in Teams, or it's the models in Microsoft Foundry, and of course, a host of solutions that you're going to find in your Azure portal. And these examples are truly not exhaustive. You think about things like Power BI, right? Like there are a lot of examples of where that catalog is surfaced into the products you use. We're also continuing to build out the capabilities that allow you to use AI to have a better marketplace experience. So you're not just buying AI, you're actually using AI in your purchase journey. And one example of that is now you can get marketplace recommendations using Copilot in Azure Portal. So just ask Copilot using natural language what you're looking for. It's going to surface 3 recommendations with links directly to those marketplace listings. So you can see an example here. Encourage you to play around with it. We're always looking to make improvements to have an AI-infused commerce platform. So continue to look at this space carefully. And at the end of the day, we just want to empower our partners to sell how they want to sell and for our customers to buy how they want to buy. And whether that's through us at Microsoft on the marketplace or if you're relying through a channel partner. We have a channel ecosystem of more than 500,000 partners who are helping you on the AI journey. And if you procure technology through one of those partners, we want you to be able to bring them to source marketplace solutions on your behalf. You may have heard here so far at Ignite that we recently announced the general availability of resale-enabled offers, and that's empowering your partner to work with a software company and actually defer the sales and integration of their products to the partner. So for you, that means your IT provider can better service you. You don't have to deal with all of the transaction in the back end. And we have so many different channel partners who are already enrolled, but if you have a partner you'd like to work with, all they have to do is join the partner program. We have additional sessions as well to learn more about this topic. And now I'm going to pass it back to Will to conclude the session.
Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Round of applause for Elizabeth. Amazing. Wonderful. Well, in our last few minutes together, I want to help you get started on your marketplace journey. So I know Elizabeth shared this slide earlier, but we're so proud of the customer growth we are seeing on Marketplace. You are in great company when you discover, try, and buy solutions, whether that's cloud solutions, AI apps, or agents, all through Microsoft Marketplace. Now, to give you a few examples, Companies like Mars, Siemens, and Premier League have shared with us the benefits that they're seeing of using Microsoft Marketplace firsthand. For example, Mars is experiencing faster time to value when implementing AI-first initiatives and empowering their channel partners for purchases. In addition, Siemens reduced configuration time from 20 minutes down to an incredible 1 minute, while seeing substantial growth for their own solutions sold through Marketplace. And Premier League is able to innovate with AI as for personalized fan experiences, if there's any football fans or soccer fans out there, via investments through Microsoft Marketplace. Now, I lied earlier. I think this might actually be the most camera slide in our presentation today. I encourage you all to scan this QR code to watch a short demo and learn more about Microsoft Marketplace. You'll also find customer case studies, documentation, quick guides, and information that you need to be set up for success on Marketplace, as well as our customer office hours, which I encourage you all to sign up for and attend. And of course, you can start browsing the catalog anytime at marketplace.microsoft.com. Now, I sincerely appreciate your taking the time to spend with us today on this session for Microsoft Marketplace, and recommend, as Elizabeth mentioned, stopping by our booth located on the hub floor in Moscone South. In addition to answering any questions that you have about Microsoft Marketplace, we're joined by several featured partners as well, not to mention some sweet treats and swag, so we will see you there. And please be sure to check out our other Marketplace-related sessions, either live this week at Ignite or recordings where available. Once again, we appreciate the time that you've taken to spend with us and wish you a wonderful rest of Ignite. And with that, let's roll our closing video. Awesome. If you've got any feedback, please feel free to let us know, and otherwise enjoy the rest of your stay here at Ignite. Thanks, everyone.